Hi, this is Michelle with Pink and Maine, and we're going to get crafty today, and we're going to make some cards with our November Crafty Courtyard box. The theme is fantastic florals. The paper pad is a beautiful floral and graphic design paper pad. And here's a card that I made that just highlights some of the paper. There's no stamping on this card other than the sentiment here, which I embossed with white embossing powder. I just added some of the rhinestones from the kit and just layered some rectangles there. But as you can see with this card, you can really let the paper shine in this kit and just make cards with just the patterned paper if you like. The flowers are all watercolored, and then there's some graphic designs that go with them. So let's get started on our first card. For this first card, I have stamped the Thinking of You sentiment and embossed it in a rose gold embossing powder by Wow Embossing. And I've lined this sentiment strip with some of the green glitter paper sparkle sheets that you get inside the kit. I made my own background paper with part of the floral stamp set that's in the kit, and I've just stamped those solid flowers and leaves randomly on a piece of paper and then cut my rectangle out with one of our stitched rectangle dies. And I'm going to frame that on some of the pink, or we call it salon, sparkle sheets behind it, which you also get as part of the kit. And the reason the frame is cut out of the center is because I was trying to use as much of the paper as possible, and I used that rectangle on another card. So we're just going to glue this down to our card base. It's as big as our card base. And then we're going to layer my stamped piece on top. Next, I'm going to adhere the sentiment strip just a little bit up from the bottom. And then there we have our card, and I think I'll embellish this with some of the gorgeous rhinestones that are included in the box. So here we have the final card with just a few shiny rhinestones added for some embellished shine. For our next card, I've cut with one of our stitched rectangle dies a piece of the pattern paper in this black tone with some of the flowers on it and this little cross hatch plaid background. I've cut out 2 ovals from our stitched oval sets. I've done one in the sparkle sheets in green, and another I've stamped our layered leaf. So I stamped the outline in black, and then the leaves I stamped in green. And I'm just gonna layer that on the card there. And then I've done this Thinking of You sentiment in black on this, and just layering that piece with some of the teal cardstock that's included in your kit. And we're just going to adhere all that together like so. And there we have our second card. For our next card, I've cut out some of the pattern paper in these dots and layered that on top of our scallop rectangle. I used the scallop rectangle die and the stitched rectangles, and I did the same thing, just some smaller dies here in some of the lavender paper and the green sparkle sheets. On this tag, I've tied off some of the black and white striped or variegated twine onto the tag, and I've stamped Sending My Love. Now the stamp actually says and sending my love, because it says Thinking of You and sending my love. But if you don't ink up the and, you can just stamp Sending My Love. So I've done that, and I'm just going to layer that there. And I wanted to use some of the paper flowers that were included in the kit, and we'll adhere those on just like so. So there we have the card. Now for the centers of these flowers, I'm just going to glue down some of the rhinestones there. And there we have our card with some pretty paper flowers. For our last card, I definitely wanted to use the stencil that's included in the kit. It's this beautiful lattice type pattern, and as you can see, it just makes a really pretty background. So I've just stenciled in a teal ink the entire card front. I cut out with our reverse scallop rectangle dies a frame that's the size of an A2 card in the Salon sparkle sheets. I've cut a strip of the teal paper at about not quite 1.5 inches and a strip of white that's about 1.25 inches wide, which will be perfect for this thinking of you sentiment. I'm also adding some of the wood veneer butterflies. These are so pretty and intricate detailed. And I've stamped the layered flower. So I've stamped the outline in the black ink, and then in a pink and a green, I've stamped the inside of the leaves and the flower. And here's our last card. That really pretty floral and the thinking of you and the accent with the wood veneer butterflies. So I hope you enjoyed crafting with me today with our November 2019 Crafty Courtyard box. The theme is Fantastic Florals, and as you can see, you can make some beautiful floral cards, easy and simple with this kit. You want to head over to pinkandmane.com to check it out for yourself and get yours before they're gone. Until next time, keep living the creative life.